we have a population of this amount, and it decreases by 10% every 20 years. So we'll start with 50,000. We'll multiply by 100 minus 10 over 100, or in other words, 0.90. And for our exponent, we want to see t divided by 20. That way, every time you put in 20 years, the population will fall this 10%. So the only one that matches both of those is D. If we put in a 0, we will get a 2 based on the intercept. So that is not the case for either of those. That is not the case for D. Just by using the intercept, we can find C is the correct equation. So immediately after 100% of participants in this study remembered the sequences, but it decreased by 30% for every 3-second interval that passed. So a decrease of 30% is 100 minus 30 divided by 100, or in other words 0.70. So we're going to get rid of the 0.3s. And t is the time in seconds. So we want our exponent to kick in every 3 seconds. So we take the total number of seconds divided by 3, which is what C does. Stock price started at 360, and it's going to lose 28% each week. So R is going to be 100 minus 28 over 100, or in other words, 0.72. If we're earning 2% compounded annually, our 2% will be 100 plus 2 divided by 100, or in other words, 1.02. So after 4 years of an investment, because we went from 2001 to 2005, we had $480. So that was after doubling each year. So you could say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 had 480 and work backwards. 240, 120, 60, 30, and that's your answer. That's the informal way of doing it. You could also write 480 times 2 to the n minus 4. This will also give you 30. So a 2% increase annually for Jessica, we find that by taking 100 plus 2 divided by 100, that's 1.02. If we started with $100 and went for 10 years, we get 121.90. Tyshawn has 2.5%. So we do the same thing, 100 plus 2.5 divided by 100, and this is our new growth factor. The 100 and the 10 are the same, and this is the amount we're left with, 128.01. If you subtract the two, you get $6.11. If P approximates the values in the table to within 10 micrograms per milliliter, what is the value of B rounded to the nearest tenth? So B is the growth factor. How much this initial value of 200 changes when T increases by 5. Notice it went from 200 down to 152. So if you take 152 divided by 200, that is 0.76. They want you to round to the nearest tenth, so you can't leave it at 0.76. You round up to 0.8. $360, losing 28% each week for 3 weeks. So 100 minus 28 over 100 gives us 0.72. And they want us to round to the nearest dollar. So this is 134.369, but we're going to leave that as 134, the nearest dollar.